Determine the current flowing through the galvanometer as shown in the figure. So a circuit diagram or a Wheatstone's network is given, and they have asked you to calculate what is the current that is passing through the galvanometer. See, in order to calculate the current through the galvanometer, we have to calculate the value of Ig. See, what are the unknown quantities here? The unknown quantities are one is I1, one is I2, and another one is Ig. So I have to consider what? Then I have to consider three equations. By solving three equations, I can able to get I1, I2, and Ig. But what we are in need is Ig. Let us see how you can able to calculate. So in order to calculate, you apply Kirchhoff's second law. You apply Kirchhoff's second law to the closed path P, Q, S, P. So you consider the closed path P, Q, S, P. Come on, you apply. In the arm PQ, a current of I1 ampere flows through 5 ohm. So we can get it out as 5I1. Then in QS, in the arm QS, a current of Ig passes through 10 ohm. So path as well as the direction of current are same. So plus 10 Ig. Okay. What is the next one? When you are moving from S to P, direction of current is opposite. So minus of 15 I2. So I can write minus of 15 I2 is equal to, when I am taking the closed path P, Q, S, P, there is no EMF connected. So the EMF is 0. Let us take this as equation number 1. Then you consider another closed circuit. Let us take this. Which one? If you want, you can take P, Q, R, S, P. Or you can consider Q, R, S, Q. Then Ig can get cancelled. Whatever may be, you can write. So you apply, again, you apply Kirchhoff's second law. You apply Kirchhoff's second law to another closed path. Let us consider this closed path as P, Q, R, S, P. So if I am taking P, Q, R, S, P means, then when in PQ, I have to consider 5I1 plus 5I1. Then plus, because in QR, the direction of the current and the path are same. So the resistance is 10 ohm, current is I1 minus Ig. Again, when you are considering RS, the direction of the path is different from that of the direction of current. So minus of 20 into I2 plus Ig. 20 into I2 plus Ig. Then in the fourth arm, P, S to P, current is in opposite side direction. So minus of 15 into I2 is equal to, in this arm P, Q, R, S. In that also there is no EMF. Let us put it out as 0. Now you simplify. Say I can write 5I1 plus you multiply. You will be getting 10I1 minus 10Ig. Then here when you are multiplying, minus 20I2 minus 20Ig minus 15I2 equal to 0. Now you simplify. See, 5I1 plus 10I1, you will be getting it as 15I1 minus 10Ig minus 20Ig. So I will be getting minus 30Ig. Then I2 minus of 20I2 minus 15I2. So I can write minus 35I2. Isn't it? Is equal to what? Is equal to 0. If you want, you can simplify this. You just divide this with 5. When I am dividing this with 5, I can write 3I1 minus, what is this, 30Ig. When I am dividing it with 5, it is 6Ig minus 7I2 is equal to 0. Let us take this as equation number 2. Now apply Kirchhoff's first law. Apply Kirchhoff's first law to the junction P or to the junction R. Now junction P la apply பண்றேன். So P la apply பண்ணும்போது the current that is flowing in is equal to 2 ampere is equal to the current that is flowing away, I1 plus I2. Am I correct? Current flowing towards the junction is equal to current flowing away from the junction. So I can write 2 equal to I1 plus I2. If that is the case, I can write I2 is equal to, instead of I2, I am writing I2 in terms of I1 means, then I can write 2 minus I1. Take this as equation number 3. Take this equation 3 and substitute in equation number 1. So substitute 3 in 1. Come on, 3 in 1. So I can get 5I1 plus 10Ig minus 15I2. Instead of I2, I can write 2 minus I1 equal to 0. Come on, simplify. What you can able to get? 5I1 plus 10Ig minus, when you are multiplying, minus 30 plus 2I1 equal to 0. So this 2 plus this 5, I can get 7I1 plus 10Ig is equal to...
Sir.
Yes.
15I1.
15
plus 15I1.
Sorry, 2 botano, right, sorry. 15I1. Then it is 15I1 plus 5I1. You will be able to get it out as 20I1. Sorry. Plus 10Ig is equal to, take this to the other side. You will be getting 30. Take this as equation number 4. Similarly, substitute the third value, third equation in 2. Second equation, let's substitute. So what is your answer then? See, when I am substituting 3 in 2, what you can able to get? Again, you can get 3I1 minus 6Ig is equal to, 6Ig minus, what will be the value? Minus 7 into I2. What is I2? 2 minus I1 is equal to 0. Now you simplify 3I1 minus 6Ig minus 7 into 2, 14, minus of minus plus 7I1 is equal to 0. Now you do one thing, this 7I1, isn't it? 7I1 added with the 3I1, I can get 10I1 minus 6Ig is equal to 14. Take this as equation number 5. Now what I can do? Now you do one thing, that is you solve equation 4 and equation 5. See, this equation 4 can be divided by 2, isn't it? When I am dividing this by 2, then I can write 10I1 plus 5Ig is equal to what? Is equal to 15. So let us take this as equation number 4. So now you solve equation 4 and equation 5. What is equation 4? Equation 4 is 10I1 plus 5Ig is equal to 15. You take equation 55, that is 10I1 minus 6Ig is equal to 14. Solve பண்ணீங்கன்னா subtract பண்ணணும். So இங்கே subtract பண்ணோம்னா this will become plus and this will become minus. For 6 plus 5, you will be getting 11Ig is equal to, here minus 15 minus 14, you will get 1. So therefore, what is the value of Ig? The value of Ig is 1 divided by 11 ampere as the answer. Hope you should have understood the problem. Copy பண்ணிக்கலாமா? two cells each of 5 volt are connected in series across a 8 ohm resistor and 3 parallel resistors of 4 ohm, 6 ohm and 12 ohm. Draw a circuit diagram for the above arrangement. Calculate the current drawn from the cell and also current through each resistor. First of all, let us take the second part, that is 8 ohm resistor and 3 parallel resistors. So 3 parallel resistors are considered to be like this. One of the resistor is 4 ohm. Another resistor I am considering it as 6 ohm. And another resistor I am taking it as 12 ohm. These 3 resistors are connected in parallel. Along with this, you are having another resistor taken to be in series. See, this parallel combination can all, this is one is 4 ohm, one is 6 ohm, and one is 12 ohm. I am considering this parallel combination like this in horizontal manner: 4 ohm, 6 ohm, and 12 ohm. See, these 3 resistors are in parallel. These parallel resistors along with a series resistor. So that is 8 ohm, and this is 4 ohm, this is 6 ohm, and this is 8 ohm. Now, along with this, 2 cells are in series. So I am putting 2 cells. So I can rub this one. Okay, I can rub this one. So if I am rubbing this, I can able to get some space. Okay. So here we are having 2 cells in series. One of the cell having EM of A1 and another cell having EM of A2. So 2 cells in series which are considered to have a potential difference or EMF of 5 volt in series with the 8 ohm and 4, 6 and 8 ohm, 4, 6 and 12 ohms are connected in parallel. Draw a circuit diagram for this. So this is the circuit diagram. If you want, you can join this also. You can consider the 2 ends and that can also be joined. This is the circuit diagram that it was given here. See, 2 cells, each of 5 volt, are connected in series with 8 ohm. And then 3 parallel resistors, 4 ohm, 6 ohm, and 12 ohm. So draw the circuit diagram. What it is asked, calculate the current drawn from the cell. So what is the total current that is drawn from the cell per question? Then potential difference or the current, ask this current through each resistor. Current through each resistor means current through 8 ohm available. Then we have to calculate current through 4 ohm available. Then current through 6 ohm available. Current through 12 ohm available. Current through 4 ohm, current through 6 ohm, and current through 8 ohm. Current through 6 ohm and current through 12 ohm we have to calculate. First of all, let us calculate the total current. In order to calculate the total current, you can apply Ohm's law. According to Ohm's law, V is equal to I into R. So total current I is equal to V divided by R. Since both cells are in series, we can write total potential or total EMF available is equal to E1 plus E2, which is equal to 5 plus 5, which is equal to 10 volt. What is the total resistance? See, if you want to calculate the total resistance means, we have to consider, let us take this 8 ohm is considered to be in series with the parallel combination of these 3. So for all these 3, I have to calculate the parallel combination value and I have to add that value. That is the total resistance. What is the parallel combination of 4, 6 and 12? We know that 1 divided by Rp is equal to, if the resistors are in parallel, then 1 by Rp equal to 1 by R1, that is 1 by 4, 1 by R2, 1 by 6, 1 by R3, that is 1 by 12. So take an LCM, you can take 12 as the common factor. For 3 plus 2 plus 1, you can get 6 divided by 12. So 1 divided by 2 is 1 divided by Rp. So I can calculate Rp. Rp is equal to 2 ohm. take this and substitute it here. Let us take the total resistance as RT. But what is the value of RT? 8 plus 2, you can able to get it out as 10 ohm. Therefore, what is the total current I? Total current is total potential divided by total resistance. Total potential is 10 volt. Total resistance is 10 ohm. So the total current available is taken to be what? Total current available is taken to be 1 ampere. Next, what is the current that is flowing through the circuit? Or what is the current in each and every resistance? Now, let us consider this resistance alone, these two combination alone. See, these two are taken to be, if I am drawing an equivalent circuit for this, one of the resistance is taken to be 8 ohm and another resistance is considered to be RP. Since this 8 ohm and RP are in series, the current flowing through 8 ohm and RP are same. Therefore, the current that is flowing through 8 ohm is equal to 1 ampere that we have calculated. But in parallel combination, we know that in parallel combination, the potential alone is considered to be constant. So we have to calculate potential difference across what? Potential difference across RP. What is that potential difference across RP? It is nothing but VP which is equal to current in that RP multiplied it with the resistance. V is equal to I into R. So potential difference across that parallel combination is equal to 1 into RP is taken to be 10. Isn't it? RP is taken to be, what is the, sorry, not RP is taken to be 2, not 10, RP is taken to be 2. So 1 into 2, you will be able to get it 2 volt. As we know, in parallel combination, potential difference is constant. So what is the parallel combination? Here we are having the first resistance as 4 ohm, then the second resistance as 6 ohm, and the third resistance as 12 ohm. These three are in parallel. If so, the potential difference across them, across these two ends, is considered to be 2 volt. We know V is equal to, or Vp is equal to I into R. If I want to calculate the current through each and every resistance, current is given by Vp divided by R. So if I want to calculate the current passing through 4 ohm, then I have to say what is Vp? Vp is 2 volt divided by what is the resistance? Resistance is 4 ohm. So you can get 1 by 2 ampere, or I can write 0.5 ampere. Similarly, what is the current through 6 ohm? Again, I have to use the same formula, Vp by R, 2 divided by 6. 2 by 6 is 1 by 3 ampere. 1 by 3 is 0.33 ampere as the answer. Similarly, what is the current through 12 ohm? The current through 12 ohm is 2 divided by 12, that is 1 divided by 6. 1 divided by 6 is 0.166 in Pogitergo. So let us write 0.17 ampere. This is taken to be the current that is available across each and every resistor. Hope you should have understood. So these are the currents that is available across each and every resistor. So you can copy it out. Now, question number 14. In a potentiometer arrangement, a cell of EMF 1.25 volt gives a balance point at 35 centimeter length of the wire. If the cell is replaced by another cell and the balance point shifts to 63 centimeter, what is the EMF of the second cell? That was the question. See, in a potentiometer arrangement, a cell of EMF. So I am considering E1 or Psi1 is equal to 1.25 volt. Then gives a balancing point or balancing length, that is L1, which is equal to 35 centimeter. If the cell is replaced by another cell, so let us consider the EMF E2 is equal to, we are asked to calculate that E2, EMF of another cell, and then the balancing point shifts to, so balancing length shifts to 63 centimeter. You are asked to calculate the EMF of the second cell. See, we know according to the comparison of EMF in a potentiometer, we know that E1 divided by E2 is equal to L1 divided by L2. We are in need of the second EMF. E2 equal to cross multiply panniko E1 into L2 divided by L1. What is L2? What is E1? First of all, 1.25 multiplied it with L2, that is 63, divided by, what is this L1? L1, when you are simplifying, when you are substituting, you are able to get it out as 35. So on simplifying, what will be your answer? First of all, you multiply what? You multiply 1.25 and 63. So 1.25 into 63, you are able to get it out as 78.75 divided by 35. So when I am dividing it with the 35, I am getting the answer as 2.25 as this EMF. So E2 equal to, or Psi2 equal to 2.25 volt as its answer. A simple problem which may be asked in an one-word question. Hope you should have understood.